Yeah, it looks like the United States of America's got a new toy. They're trying to compete with India and Russia because they already have the BrahMos, the dreaded, most feared missile in the world. The BrahMos. If you don't know what the BrahMos is, if you like weaponry and shit that is just unfathomable beyond your fucking wildest, slippery as wet as dreams, hit BrahMos missile and go online and hit that. But anyway, we got a new missile for the U.S. Navy. This missile is called the SM-6 Block 1B. It travels 150 miles. So that's long. I mean, oh my God. I mean, it's going to be carried on, they're called Arleigh Burke destroyers. And they're going to be headed down to the South China Sea, and they're going to be completely loaded with these things now. They travel at a speed of 3.5 Mach. So that's hauling ass. Mach 3.5, that's fucking insane, dude. That's moving. So, way to go, scientists in America. Way to pull a little rabbit out of your hat and finally get into the game and the swing of things going with hypersonic missiles. You're going to need these, but not for ships. You're going to need them to shoot down asteroids. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing the Bureau this morning. It didn't give off a hell of a lot of fucking light. There's complete and utter cloud cover now, but I was able to capture it. Like I said, if that sun shows its ugly face for like 10 minutes, I'm like, yeah, I'm Johnny on the spot. I'll head out there. I'll capture that motherfucker, dude. And I did. So there you go. I hope you guys enjoyed this morning's video. But it's just crazy. The weaponry that we have now, it's just nuts. You know, there's one more thing that I want to tell you about this missile. This missile can be equipped with both regular warheads and a 64 kilogram nuclear capable warhead. Now, the first thing that popped into my mind was when I'm thinking about missiles that are nuclear tipped, that are carrier killers, the first thing that pops in my mind is China's good old-fashioned DF-26 carrier killer missile. And they moved 3 of those batteries down there to guard the South China Sea. So they're watching those ships. They're guarding those ships. I made a previous video on that before, if you guys didn't catch that. There are missiles down there. They are nuclear tipped, and there are nukes staring down our ships. Every single time that our ships go through the Taiwan Strait, these missiles are staring us down. And you know what? I'll guarantee it. I'd bet money on it that right behind our ships, every single time they go through, is a nuclear capable submarine right underneath them, carrying a nuke. So if those assholes in China decide to pull something out of their ass and fucking want to fire a DF-26 on one of our carriers, because they said so themselves, their words, they said if we sink 2 aircraft carriers, it would be such a complete and utter obliteration on the U.S. that they would have no choice but to abandon the South China Sea, and we would not go to war. All right, well, that doesn't make any sense, because what fuck you think happened in Pearl Harbor? You bombed our aircraft carriers, and then sure as shit, boom! You bombed an aircraft carrier, you bombed battleships, you killed fucking hundreds of people, dude. Thank God in World War II, at least 3/4 of the fleet was out at sea. So when they did bomb us in Pearl Harbor, when they really sunk the Arizona and then the destroyers and the battleships, at least it was a blow to us, but it didn't completely knock us out. So in our Navy now is vast. It's vast. So China today is sailing over 100, and I repeat, over 100 warships through the South China Sea, through the Taiwan Strait today. And they have their nukes. And they're and then you got our ship over there. This is where I was going to go with this. Then you got our ship. And what ship did I tell you in my earlier video? It's called the USS Wasp. Well, the USS Wasp is in the area. This thing is fully loaded with, normally it loads 22 F-35s. Well, now this thing's got over 60 F-35s on it. These are a complete stealth. This is the top of the line jet, America's top of the line jet. The F-35. So these things are in the area. So things could get crazy. We got troops down in Venezuela now. We got 125 Chinese troops down there. We got over 100 special forces down there from Russia, all infiltrated into Venezuela. You got John Bolton down there screaming and hollering and bitching and complaining that he lost Venezuela and there ain't nothing he can do. You got Colombia saying that they want to start a civil unrest. You got Trump saying that he wants to bring over a huge shipment of arms from Europe to arm these assholes to get Guaido in there. Just crazy, but I do like a good story when I hear about a really new cool missile and stuff. So at least that helps us sleep a little better at night, knowing that at least our government is at least being a little proactive out there. You know, I mean, this is old news, you know, when it comes to hypersonic missiles, dude. Like I say, India and Russia have an alliance when it comes to missiles. They have a missile alliance. And like I said, the BrahMos, man, check it out. Google BrahMos missile. It'll blow your mind, dude. So it's crazy. I love it. I love the BrahMos. The BrahMos is awesome, but is this missile better than the BrahMos? Probably not. But at least it's good enough to just destroy planes in midair if they're coming after our destroyers. So watch out, China. And it is good enough to take on their destroyers and their aircraft carriers, because they have 2 aircraft carriers and they're working on their 3rd one right now. I know about you, Xi Jinping. I know what you got. So, all right. Well, anyway, tread lightly, China. That's all I got to say. This is the United States of America's Navy. We would obliterate you in a war, and you know it, and I know it. So, just not Russia and China at the same time. That wouldn't go so well for us. So, not really. All right. I love y'all. As always, peace and love from Fargo. Like I said, check out the BrahMos missile, dude. Yeah. That's some pimp shit right there, man. I was telling you what. All right, bye, guys.